just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Back open in the middle. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt, just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball. And then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Off the RPO, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Using the quick game. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Brewer. He wants it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
to the air on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, South Carolina. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll go with a direct snap. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. And he got smacked just as he released a pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Colorado State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Running to Green. Turning it on. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. He wants to throw. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And here comes the offense on second down. It's a draw. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
That's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
On fourth down, going to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Brewer. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're dealing with a second and long. They're going back to the ground. Breaks into the open. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Brewer. Unloads to the right. Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. They dug the deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rams will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over. Five-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot.
There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Close to the marker, it's Church. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys just on the same wavelength. They make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the move, it's Hodges. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick strike complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These 2 teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab inside the 30. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Colorado State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Brewer. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Running it to the right. Look out, he's got room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's a great throw by this young man. Listen, he's had an up-and-down day, actually probably a little bit more down than up, but this is the big moment. This is where his team needs him to come through. Great start. Let's see if he can put this together, trailing late in this football game.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it up to 13.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, adds the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air, it's Brewer. Here's a heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Church. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
To the end zone, and is picked off.
Well, that's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation, the offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it. Nice job coming.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Here comes the heat. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to pass it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit